There we are. Hi, Phyllis.
Hi.
Are you able to hear me and see me okay?
Yes.
Okay,
Hello.
good. Well, hey, thank you for taking the time. And you are currently a patient that's participating in the ReSPECT clinical trial for RNL-186 for patients with recurrent glioblastoma. So first of all, I just want to thank you for participating in the trial and then agreeing to just talk for a few minutes.
Okay. You're welcome.
And how are you doing generally?
I'm hanging in there. I haven't had any major side effects that have caused me to be incapacitated.
Yeah. Well, you look good from here. So Phyllis, I've got a couple of questions for you that I thought might be a good way to kind of assess the how things are going with you with respect to the treatment. So maybe kind of going backwards a little bit, would you mind telling us a little bit about how you found out that you were sick, and then how the treatments and the overall experience that you've had thus far?
Sure. So my initial diagnosis was through a seizure. I was actually working as a veterinarian technician, which was my career, and I went into work that day, not really knowing what was going on with me physically. I was kind of out of it, and it happened to be a surgery day. So my coworkers noticed that I wasn't myself and brought me into the surgical unit and kind of talked to me and said, something's not right with you. So they called my husband, and he actually came and picked me up, and we went to the medical center, and that's where they did the first scan and saw something suspicious. So then transferred me to a different hospital by ambulance. And then that's where I stayed, and that's where I was diagnosed with suspicious growth, but not diagnosed at the time. So we went ahead and did the first surgery. And at that time was diagnosed with the astrocytoma grade 2. And it looked like we had got it all. Unfortunately, we know now that wasn't the case. So from there, I did the at-home Timidar radiation treatment, went through the 30 days of the recommended treatment. And then in August found out that the tumor wasn't responding. It actually had grown quite a bit. So then that's where Dr. Floyd, my surgeon, came in to the case, which Dr. Brenner was already on the case with me. So then Dr. Floyd agreed to go in and basically kind of redo the section and kind of try to give us a fresh start. And then at that time, I went on a study of it's a long name, but it's SASE. You probably have some history there. That was used in case where breast cancer metastasized. They were finding they were having some results when it went to the brain. So this was a new study that we started. I had the first treatment basically the night before my surgery, and did that for several months. Then found out I wasn't responding to that anymore. So that's when the next study was offered to me with catheters, with radiation straight into the tumor. So
it's like you've had a couple of surgeries so far before you even got into the study.
Correct. This last one, yeah.
So you found out about the trial with the catheters and the radiation, the RNL trial, through Dr. Floyd and Dr. Brenner?
Correct.
So how did you find that treatment experience with the RNL? That's a little different than having surgery, I guess. And
yeah, it was, I had it right there at my birthday. So it was a little scary, but so I found it a lot easier than actually having surgery. Um, I recovered really well. It was a low pain level.
Hmm.
So they said I was one of the best patients. So I took pride in that.
Uh, well, that's great. And you were in the hospital for a couple of days around the time that you had the catheters and the infusion?
Correct. So I think I went in on the 14th and
Mhm.
actually had it on the 15th, which was my birthday. So that's easy to remember.
Uh-huh.
So they did the the actual placement of the rhenium and stuff on my birthday, and then took all the pictures and everything. And then I had to, once I got discharged, I came back every day and got like a scan to make sure that we were getting good absorption, but it wasn't leaking out. So they were very happy with how much they were able to get in there and how much it retained.
Mhm.
So I would say I'm a success story so far.
Look good to me from here. So whatever you're doing, keep doing it.
Yeah.
How was the RNL treatment kind of versus radiation? It sounds like you had about a month-long course of radiation.
Mm-hmm. Um, the radiation, it does make you really tired, so that was probably the toughest part.
Mhm.
And then as far as side effects afterwards, there was some side effects like just forgetting things, and of course I've had to be on kind of a high dose of steroids to keep the brain swelling down. So that would probably be my thing that I've disliked the most is the side effects from the steroids. But nothing that I would call major, like where I can't function, or there were some things that I would have liked to done without, but things have side effects. That's just part of most medical procedures, I think.
Mhm. Did the catheters bother you when they took them out? And was the infusion difficult for you, or how did?
No, I mean, it was more patience. Um, I felt like the center of attention. I was everybody's center of attention with the doctor. So, um, yeah, I mean, it was kind of a slow process. I was in there several hours, but that was probably the most trying time, was just the patience of laying there while they did all that.
They were infusing it into the catheters, right? The
But
RNL.
I think I missed some of the trial and error with prior that they had gone through with prior patients, so I was kind of at an advantage there.
So, would you recommend this to other patients? Let's say that other patients that might be interested in the trial, or maybe one day, hopefully, if this gets approved by the FDA, would you recommend that treatment to other patients?
I would. I would. I mean, I think I I think it was, successful, seeing as my tumor is so far stable and not growing crazy like we know they can. So I'm very happy about that.
Yeah, great. Well, look, I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I really appreciate it. Anything else you'd like to say or tell us regarding your experience as a patient with the RNL 186?
Um, I just think it's good that, if people can volunteer, it's all got to be a case by case, but I think this is how we sometimes get somewhere further in our studies is, you know, I don't look at myself as anybody special. I'm just trying to maybe help another human,
Hmm.
and hopefully this will do that.
Well, Phyllis, thank you very much, and look forward to talking to you again. And obviously, if anything we can do to help, please let us know. And take care.
Okay.
Keep up the great work. You look great, and sounds like everything's going really well.
Well, thank you, Mark. Have a good rest of your day.
You too. Take care.
Okay, bye.